Welcome to WEBN Sports. I'm Mackenzie Bruno.
And I'm Kelly Chen. Let's hop into tonight's top stories. Former Boston Red Sox pitcher and two-time World Series champion Tim Wakefield died at 57. The cause of his death is undisclosed, but it was known he battled an illness. Wakefield was renowned for his distinctive knuckleball pitching style and recorded 200 career wins in MLB. His legacy extends beyond the field, and his passing has left a significant impact on the baseball community.
The MLB playoffs are set as the postseason bracket was announced this past Sunday. The 2023 playoffs begin on Tuesday with the wild card matchups between the Rays and Rangers, Twins and Blue Jays, Phillies and Marlins, and Brewers and Diamondbacks. The Baltimore Orioles hold the #1 spot in the American League, while the Atlanta Braves hold the #1 spot in the National League.
The San Francisco Giants fired manager Gabe Kapler with 3 games left in the season due to the team's second consecutive year missing the playoffs. Team president Farhan Zaidi pointed to the team's poor performance in critical moments as a key factor. Kapler had notably guided them to a winning record in 2021. The Giants are now in search of a new manager with the possibility of considering internal candidates.
New York Mets manager Buck Showalter was fired Sunday after a disappointing season from the team. The Mets are the highest spending team in the MLB this season, but failed to make the playoffs. New York plans on naming David Stearns as the president of baseball operations as they await choosing their 5th manager in 6 years. Showalter, 67, still had 3 years left on his contract. He has been a manager in professional baseball for 31 years. We now go to our MLB correspondent, Demi George, for the latest on the diamond.
It's October, which can only mean one thing to baseball fans: playoffs. The MLB's postseason starts today and has the 12 best teams in baseball battling it out to see who will come out on top and take home the World Series trophy. Starting today, the 8 wildcard teams will face each other in their first game of a 3-game series, hoping to receive one of the 4 spots to advance into the American or National League Division Series playoffs. In the American League wildcard games this afternoon, the Texas Rangers take on the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays play the Minnesota Twins. Tonight, in the National League wildcard games, the Arizona Diamondbacks take on the Milwaukee Brewers and the Miami Marlins play the Philadelphia Phillies. By the end of the day on Thursday, we will know which of the 4 of the 8 teams will advance to take on the Houston Astros, Baltimore Orioles, Los Angeles Dodgers, and Atlanta Braves on Saturday, October 7th. Although we'll have to wait till Saturday to see them play, the Atlanta Braves of the National League East Division are crowned the favorites to win the World Series this year. This does not come as a surprise to us due to the Braves' best regular season record of 104 wins and 58 losses, but it's interesting to see how they compare to the 3rd favorite, the Houston Astros, who are the World Series champions of last year, and beat the Los Angeles Dodgers, who were predicted to win. That's all for MLB News. Back to you at the desk.
Stay right there. We'll be right back with more sports after this short break. Welcome back to WEBN Sports. In the most talked about NFL game on Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs managed to get past the New York Jets by just 3 points. This game saw Jets quarterback Zach Wilson stealing the show with his performance despite the loss. He completed 28 of 39 passes for 245 yards and 2 touchdowns for a career-best game in passer rating. The Jets' comeback was lost with 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter as Zach Wilson fumbled a shotgun snap at midfield, resulting to a 23-20 lead by the Chiefs.
The 0-3 Denver Broncos took on the 0-3 Chicago Bears. The Bears led most of the game, leading 28-7 at one point. However, Russell Wilson and the Broncos rallied back late in the 3rd quarter, entering the 4th, scoring 24 points and winning the game 31-28. Chicago's collapse and their now 0-4 record has raised more questions about the future of the team and whether changes at quarterback and in the coaching staff need to be made. For more on the NFL, we go to Allie Evans.
The Dallas Cowboys bounced back this weekend from their loss against the Arizona Cardinals last Sunday. The Cowboys obliterated the Patriots, beating them 38-3 in a loss that was the worst in Bill Belichick's career. Mac Jones had a rough game, going 12 for 21 with passing and throwing 2 interceptions. Jones was benched for Bailey Zappi late in the third quarter, who went 4 for 9 with 57 yards. The Cowboys' defense made their presence known with 2 interceptions, 1 fumble returned for a touchdown, and only 10 first downs allowed. Despite the win, the Cowboys are looking toward next week as they face a tough primetime matchup against the red-hot San Francisco 49ers. The Bengals' early season struggles continue after a 27-3 blowout loss to the Tennessee Titans. Cincinnati's offense looked sloppy again this past Sunday, despite the Titans' lackluster defense. Bengals star quarterback Joe Burrow, who signed a massive extension during the offseason, has been playing uncharacteristically poor, though coaches believe his lingering calf injury may be partly to blame. Regardless, the Bengals have some issues to clean up as they are now 1-3 and sit in last place in the AFC North. The Giants face the Seahawks on Monday night in a game that will go down in infamy for many Giants fans. Danielle Jones and the Giants' offensive line had a rough night as Jones threw 2 interceptions, lost 1 fumble, and was sacked a whopping 11 times. The loss sparked conversations on social media surrounding Brian Daboll and the Giants' ongoing offensive struggles. New York has been outscored 94-15 in the first 4 games of this season, 3 of those being primetime. The Giants are now 1-3 with the last place spot in the NFC East. Back to you at the desk.
There may be a new king of the AFC. The Buffalo Bills destroyed the Miami Dolphins in a 48-20 win. Josh Allen played easily his best game so far this season, shocking the Super Bowl favorites Miami Dolphins. Though the Bills were celebrating the win, they lost star corner Tre'Davious White in the process, as he suffered a torn Achilles that will have him out for the remainder of the season.
Los Angeles Rams rookie receiver Puka Nacua has caught the attention of NFL fans and players across the league. Nacua was a 5th-round pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, who was drafted with the intentions of adding depth to the Rams' wide receiver room and to give Matthew Stafford more weapons. However, Nacua has exceeded expectations as he broke Cooper Kupp and Calvin Johnson's records for the most receiving yards through 4 games. Nacua played college football at Washington and BYU before being the 177th pick in the NFL Draft. We're gonna take a short break, but stay tuned for more WEBN Sports.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Welcome back to WEBN Sports. In a blockbuster trade, the Milwaukee Bucks acquired 7-time All-Star Damian Lillard from the Portland Trail Blazers. After spending 11 seasons with the Blazers, Lillard requested a trade from the team this past July. His desired destination was the Miami Heat, where he could team up with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Despite not landing in South Beach, he now gets to compete for a championship alongside 2-time MVP and champion Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The Boston Celtics have acquired All-Star guard Jrue Holiday from the Portland Trail Blazers. This move is a part of a more significant shift in the Eastern Conference. Holiday's addition strengthens Boston's backcourt, and Portland continues its rebuild with multiple assets gained from recent trades. For an update on college football, we go to Ceylin, Sutcu.
College football is nearly at its midway point, and Week 5 has been the most exciting we've seen so far. Number 1 Georgia made a late touchdown from tight end Brock Bowers to win against Auburn. The Bulldogs barely won 27-20 after jump-starting their offense in the fourth quarter. Auburn's 219 rushing yards became the most Georgia has surrendered in a game since LSU ran for 275 in 2018. The Bulldogs need more work to stay on top of their record against strong competition this season. Duke University's college game day resulted in heartbreak. Until this week, Duke was one of the 7 Power 5 schools to have never hosted a game on campus. However, Duke's perfect start to the season came to an unfortunate end. Blue Devils QB Riley Leonard had an ankle injury which gave hope for Notre Dame's return to the AP Top 10. Notre Dame Fighting Irish won 21-14 on Saturday night with Audric Esteem's 30-yard touchdown with only 30 seconds remaining. Iowa's transfer starting quarterback Cade McNamara's knee injury will cost him the remainder of the season. The non-contact injury occurred when McNamara landed in a bad position on his left knee during a scramble. Broadcast cameras showed McNamara getting helped off the field and struggling to put weight on his leg. The Hokies ended up winning 26-16 over Michigan State. Looks like quarterback Deacon Hill will be replacing McNamara from now on. That's all for college football. Back to Mackenzie and Kelly at the desk.
The WNBA Finals matchup is set between the Las Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty. Game 1 of the 2023 WNBA Finals tips off at 3 p.m. on October 8th in the best-of-5 series. The defending champions, the Las Vegas Aces, will be led by Defensive Player of the Year, Asia Wilson, along with Kelsey Plum and Chelsea Gray. The New York Liberty's dynamic duo in Sabrina Ionescu and this year's league MVP, Brianna Stewart, look to bring the Liberty their first WNBA championship.
Team Europe won the Ryder Cup in Italy with a commanding win against Team USA. This marked Europe's 7th consecutive win at home since 1993. The United States' loss was a notable setback following their previous win in Wisconsin 2 years ago. The next Ryder Cup is scheduled for 2027 in Ireland. Thanks for watching WEBN Sports. I'm Kelly Chen.
And I'm Mackenzie Bruno. Have a good night.